How are we doing today, guys? So today we're going to be trying out something slightly different. I'm going to be playing a few games and trying out some mid-range Paladin. Mid-range Pally is a style that has kind of fallen off since Standard came out. Last season it was very strong with cards like Muster for Battle. Secret Pally was very strong, played very similarly to mid-range Pally. Quartermaster and Muster for Battle made mid-range very viable. The loss of Muster for Battle really makes you struggle in this meta for good 3-drops. Kind of the best neutral 3-drop that you have for Paladin right now is the Arch and Force Rider and your Aldar Peacekeeper, which usually your Aldar, you don't want to play it on turn 3 as tempo. It's usually a way to deal with stronger creatures late game. So I've tossed in a couple Rallying Blades there. And basically the idea is to have a couple decent 1-drops and try and get a minion to stick where we can have our buffs, our Blessings Kings, Defender of Arguses, Keeper of Voldemons, all that kind of stuff kick in mid-game and then try and gain the board back, because getting a board advantage early game is going to be very hard with this deck. One weakness that this deck does have is it doesn't have much draw at all. It just has the cycle from Azure Drake, which I don't even know if the Azure Drake is correct in this, because it's not a very strong 5-drop and it doesn't have much synergy aside from the spell damage, which you're not going to be getting to use very often with this deck. Justicar Trueheart is very important. Being able to spawn 2 1/1s every single time you hit the button is very important for keeping the board late game and just overwhelming control decks. You also have Sylvanas for, well, she's just a great card. It's hard to play a mid-range or a mid-range board control deck without Sylvanas in your deck. Ragnaros, the Light Lord, is just crazy good, and in a meta that has almost entirely eliminated healing, Paladin has the easiest access to healing, and dropping an 8/8 that heals you for 8 health each turn is just great, and Tyrion is basically an auto-include in almost any Paladin deck. I don't think I've seen any Paladin decks without Tyrion in it. So, that's the deck. Let's see how it does.
Uther versus Valera.
Watch
Alright.
your back.
I will fight with honor.
That's not a great starting hand. We really want a 1 or a 2-drop.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
Odd. I haven't seen that outside of Arena. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to take a decent amount of damage from this, because I don't really have any answers.
Reporting for duty.
I do have 2 true silver champions, so hopefully I'll be able to use those to take back the board and slowly regain presence. Clear, hit again, swinging for 3.
For justice.
as you guys can see, this deck does not have an easy time of taking the board early on, especially against aggro decks.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
Next turn, depending on what he does, I'm probably going to Argent Horse Rider and hit the button again.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
I think that's
Reporting
fine.
for duty.
Hopefully I draw in a rag late game so I can stabilize this.
Yeah, beat it.
Not on my watch.
For justice. The battle.
It's a very odd road deck. I don't usually see aggro road. It's usually Miracle Road or Nazar. Oh, I'm dead.
Victory is yours.
I've been finding that Paladin's really been struggling this season since Standard came out. There's no obvious build aside from like N'Zoth Pally.
Uther versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! I will fight with honor.
The light protects me.
Play Argent Squire here because it's stronger turn 1 than Selfless Hero.
Reporting for duty.
And then hit the button turn 2 because I don't know what I'm playing against yet. I'd like to know whether or not this is Control Warrior or if it's Cthulhu Warrior, Patron, Tempo. lately it's been hard to just, you can't really assume what the warrior deck is going to be, because warrior as well as shaman have several very viable different decks. Temple warrior is very good. Control warrior is still very strong. Cthulhu warrior is probably a weaker version of control warrior, I'd say. And I've even seen Dragon Warrior.
Not on my watch.
Nothing scares I fight.
The
Except
battle!
my-
So this board setup makes it really hard for him to clear and avoid the death rattle on Cephalus Hero. Because the most obvious play is to hit Argent Protector with the axe and then like play a ghoul or something like that.
I wonder.
But then that still leaves my Argent Squire benefiting from a death rattle. And if he messes up and a second Divine Shield drops down, then I get a lot of value from my Rallying Blade.
I must choose. What now?
There's also always the chance that Selfless Hero will... One interaction is that Selfless Hero can Divine Shield a minion that already has Divine Shield. So,
For justice!
I fight.
normally you'd play the True Silver Champion over the Rallying Blade because it's just stronger and generally speaking it's better to use up all your mana turn through turn. But I wanted the 2/2 with the Divine Shield because that's a lot more valuable than a 1/1 with Divine Shield.
Try this!
Getting
For
some nice
justice.
curve here, actually. Oh. I almost missed 2 damage there. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to slow down. So this looks like Temple Warrior. The Arathi Weaponsmith makes me believe that this is Temple Warrior. So the biggest thing here is to keep up pressure and not let him develop the board. Same as what the rogue did to me last game, where I couldn't get on the board in a meaningful way and I just kept on bleeding damage to try and get back on the board. I need to do that to him right now.
I have an axe to grind.
Follow the rules!
I could clear here.
Justice!
That's what I'm gonna do.
Take heart, young one. The Earth Mother lives.
I think I'm just gonna Ragnaros here. I'd like to threat lethal. And then turn 9, I can Justicar Trueheart, Rallying Blade, or Justicar Trueheart hit the button and Argent Squire, depending on what I need. It leaves me more flexible next turn. Yeah, he doesn't have an answer in hand. He needs to go searching for it. So I've got 11 damage available to me.
I have an axe to grind. Die, insect!
Alright, well I can clear this for free.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
For justice!
Insect!
Another option would have been to hit Justicar Trueheart, hit the button, and then drop down the Argent Squire. That's always a little disheartening. He still needs to deal with the Ragnaros, though.
For the War Chief!
That'll help.
Made to
Shoot!
honor, made to fit.
That'll help a lot.
Still too soon.
Damage.
Disqualified.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here. Giddy up! Reporting for duty.
I'm gonna hang on to the Argent Squire because I don't want to get brawled and then have nothing left to play on the following turn. This is where that weakness of no card draw comes in this deck. But it's mitigated by the fact that I have Justicar Trueheart out, so I can keep on summoning 2/1/1s each turn.
Be thirsty. Let the pain
Whirlwind
speak to
effect would
me.
suck right now. Alright. Tyrion is very good here, so I think I'm going to quality this board. I'll drop down
Put your
Tyrion.
faith in the light. The battle. The battle.
This also keeps him from drawing more than one card with Acolyte of Pain, and if we're both top decking, I think I have the advantage. Tyrion was an amazing top deck. Oh, go face, go face, go face, go face. Don't do it.
Reporting for duty.
Nothing scares the light protects
For
except
justice.
That was unfortunate.
What now?
Let's see, what can help us here? King's Might would be nice. Sylvanas would be very good. Sylvanas, for any of you who don't know, is quite lovingly known as the Queen of the Brawl. Because if I play Sylvanas and he brawls, no matter what, she wins. Sylvanas.
I have no time for games.
For justice.
Reporting for duty.
One other possible play would be to avoid hitting the button, to hope that he hits my Sylvanas and I get to steal his Ragnaros. But I'd rather keep up the constant pressure. There's also still the chance here that he takes Sylvanas and I just win next turn. Alright, here it comes. Not quite. Alright.
Let none survive.
GG though, because I get to steal it anyways on my turn.
None may steal ours.
The battles. Reporting for duty.
I was actually just about to say I was going to give Ragnaros the last hit. Alright. GG. Alright. Next game. Let's see what we get.